Just keep it.
There you go. Do we hear anything?
Say hello, Dave.
Oh, we're live? Hi. What's up, guys? Sorry. Robin messed everything up yesterday, so we're over here looking like an idiot. Anyways, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? I hate when this stuff throws me off, man. It's terrible. But anyways, Kenny G. Is Kenny in here? Did I see Kenny in here? Kenny, if you're in here, say hi. My boy Kenny G over here pissing off other content creators. Kenny, I love you, man. Look, you guys are our community. We will always back you up as long as you're not crap talking everyone. Anyways, we're good? We can't hear sound. How am I supposed to talk?
Well, you can just listen to me.
Forbid. What's going on, crypto fam? Happy hump day. And welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I am one of your co-hosts, Dave, and we're coming at you live from our studio here in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada, with our daily, only on the weekdays, sometimes randomly live shows. Before we get to the content, quick disclaimer, nothing that anyone, especially Robin, says on this channel should be taken as financial advice. So please, as always, do your own research. Speaking of content today, huge Binance news. Do Kwon has an arrest warrant issued. Also, the merge is upon T-minus 10 and a half hours, or 11 and a half hours, so 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when the merge is supposed to go live. What are some of the biggest scams out there and how to stay safe? We'll talk about that. And where do you think price will go? Will it go to 1,200? Will it go to 2,000? We'll talk about all that with your other co-host, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams. We also do the deep dives. We also have play-to-earn segments, YouTube shorts, and I no longer wear shorts. How do you feel about that, David? I told you. You really called me out. You believe you didn't believe in me going to no shorts in the same way that you didn't believe the ETH merge was actually going to launch. So, proven wrong on both of those.
Proof of wrong.
Proof of wrong.
Proof of wrong.
The
new consensus mechanism coming to you early 2023.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So we're at a pivotal moment. Couple things. CPI is in. Stock market is down.
It's actually up.
I'm talking about on the weekly basis. Yes.
We're
And
literally
you
2
got a
days
little
into
bounce
the week.
back. I mean, we had a historic downturn in the market. So it was the biggest drop since June. So June we had a pretty big fall. But anyways, so big pullback in the markets there. And a little bounce back. So as expected, crypto, Bitcoin is at a pivotal moment. We are teetering around 20,000 and we're at the support level. So what will happen? What will pass? Where will Bitcoin go? What will happen with the ETH merge? This is going to be an exciting
What will happen
week.
with your intro? That's what I want to know. What the hell happened to your intro?
He played.
It's a good intro. Great intro.
Great. Music, light.
That's right.
Musically.
So let's get right into it, though, with the roll call. All right. So first up in the chat, we got Marky Mark, then Jimmy, and then Big Chili Willy, Broke Yoshi, Moby Sage, and then we got Destroyer, Bullish Kenny G over here harassing other G's, and then we got Redman, Luis, Big Small, and then we got Sir Babe, Servando, and then Lala, Rockin' in Crypto. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Have you been here before? Give you a hola anyways. Fino, and then who else we got? I think that about rounds it out. Moby Sage, Hindi, and yeah. Oh, I forgot your name.
What if Big Chili
Say,
Willy?
hey, you
what
forgot
if,
my name.
What if Big Chili Willy is like 5'5"? Would you call him Baby Chili Willy?
Baby Chili.
Small Chili Willy?
And then we got Hania. Back, it's been a while since we've seen Hania. Also, we got
Kit Kat.
Crypto Red Bull, Crit Cat, and yeah.
Crypto needs Red Bull. Cool, man. Welcome to the show. I haven't seen him or her on here, so welcome.
They were here yesterday.
They were.
Yes.
My apologies. Welcome back.
Obviously, weren't paying attention. So, also, this leads me to my next point. Hit that damn thumbs up button.
Only if you would like to. Anyways.
And also join the Discord.
Yeah, join our community ran Discord. We have a lot of fun in there, even though the community is upset that Robin never pops in.
Well,
that's how it feels, guys.
Once we get somebody up to speed on video editing, then I will have some time to breathe in my life and go partake in social media. And maybe I can go hang out on Twitter or something, you know?
Yeah.
Because right now I'm hanging out in the loft of my house, ignoring all of my pets, wife, and personal hygiene.
But you got
to just sit there and move little freaking graphics around. Noel. Oh, Noel. He's here as well. All right. What you got, David?
Dun, dun, dun. Binance has partnered with the Google Cloud to bolster their Web3 blockchain startups. These startups that are currently building products and services on Binance will also be able to build on Google's scalable, secure, and open source cloud infrastructure. This is one of the partnerships I covered in the Flow video, so I don't want to give away any reasons why this is so important. But there you go. Binance plus Google. It's not as bad as some of you might think if you think this is bad. So this is actually good news. I also wanted to bring up Do Kwon is about to go to jail. South Korea has issued an arrest warrant for Do and 5 other employees. A certain Fudster is ecstatic this morning. The warrant is apparently just because Luna was an unregistered security. There's zero mention of fraud in the reporting. This is from a Korean article. Prosecutors are known to believe that cryptocurrencies Terra and Luna fall under, quote, investment contract securities under the Capital Market Act. So, yeah, unregistered securities. That is what he's being arrested for.
You know, all I got to say is Do. Don't pass go. Do not collect 200 Bitcoin. Go straight to jail. Thank you.
Are you surprised?
What?
That he's got an arrest warrant?
No.
I mean, was it an unregistered security? Because you got to remember, South Korea and the U.S. are very tight knit. So, can this set a precedence here in the U.S.?
Perhaps. Yeah, I mean, perhaps. Maybe. I'm not surprised dude is facing some criminal charges. Now, selling illegal securities, that doesn't really set Terra Luna and Do Kwon apart from the rest of the pack. So that can be a point of concern here. But even though you might be mad at Do Kwon, is it justified for him to go to jail for selling illegal securities while everybody else is doing the same thing? I actually agree. I actually don't think so. I don't think that you should charge him for that. And I understand that maybe the criminal and justice system there is trying to get something that sticks because other things might not be a prosecutable offense. In the same way that we saw with the mob here in Vegas.
Yeah, how was that, Rocco? when you guys were building the city, you were the Don, right?
It was a lot more fun.
It was a lot more fun.
Like mid-water was higher. So.
Speaking more bodies.
So, what we saw there were mob individuals getting locked up for tax evasion and tax fraud and things like that, even though that wasn't the core criminal offense. That was more of a technicality because they couldn't nail them down with other things. And so maybe that's what we're seeing here, but does raise it does raise some questions. You know, if they pursue securities laws against Do Kwon, because there is a lot of infrastructure and a lot of people that run these blockchains that live and are based out of South Korea, and so you know, could this be the first domino to fall in a long, you know, with a lot of different?
What are you laughing at?
What is going on?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I told you.
You're like distracting me. I'm trying to make a point.
sorry.
You're just over
Do
here
you like
giggling
this?
like a little baby.
You'll see when I show you.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, you have
Everybody
to-
else
No,
wants
no,
to
no.
know why you're laughing.
No.
No. I want to know.
I don't know too.
Why is everybody laughing?
All right, I'm gonna show you this video I found on Twitter. Some comedic relief, and you tell me what you think is happening. Okay, there's no sound. So a lady and a man, they're sitting there. She's got her VR glasses on.
Okay. She's ordering a scone.
The title. Am I getting cheated on in the metaverse now? Told you it was funny. Oh man, that's hilarious. By the way, guys, NFT Hawks, this dude puts out some funny stuff, man. Go follow him at NFT Hawks. But the reason I had pulled this Twitter up is because I want to show a DM from Redman, and this popped up. But he said, and Robin, I'm curious to get your take. SHIB is coming out with the Shibarium. Is it really a meme coin, i.e., a shit coin with all its utility? I don't think so. Are you still in the camp that no matter what they do, no matter what kind of utility they bring into the ecosystem, it will always be a meme coin? Is that still your stance, or are you kind of softening up on that a little bit?
Okay. Are banks going to use it?
Maybe. Maybe there's going to be a Shiba Bank.
Okay, you have to pick an answer. Are banks going to use it? Yes or no?
Yes. Do banks use Ethereum? Do banks use Binance Chain?
Fuck,
Do
man.
banks use Avalanche?
No, I don't. Banks aren't really using anything right now. But
There you go. So that thesis is flawed.
Okay, sure. You can keep adding these illusion of utility and these little fun different aspects of cryptocurrency. But let's not kid ourselves. There is no value in these meme coins. They weren't built to facilitate anything revolutionary here. Now, if you're just trying to bring together community and have something fun and cool to trade, make it a collectible of sort, maybe integrate NFTs, sure, that's fine, great, awesome. But to put it in the same category and say that it's comparable to some of these revolutionary chains that are integrating into our financial system, into data management.
What's better, Litecoin or SHIB?
I mean, Litecoin is at least built with a purpose. SHIB's purpose is literally to make foundation money, the founder's money. And outside of that, they're just trying to take it to the next level. Because once they run out of steam on one thing, they're like, hey, let's roll out something else. Illusion of a metaverse, a taco stand in some South American country.
I don't think it was a taco stand. I think it was a burger stand.
Burger stand.
Anyways, Redman said the market cap says otherwise. To you, community is not a utility. To me, community is a big thing. So, all right, enough BSing. Let's get to the market watching. Robin.
All right. So taking a look, we got Bitcoin sitting at 20,000 and $20,178.06, and that is significantly down than before the CPI numbers. But we are testing the 20K support level. So as you see here, we've had a couple touches right here, right at 20K, $20,079. Once again, this was 5 hours ago, 20,140, and we're revisiting that again. So, do you think we're going to break through to the downside here, or do you think we're just going to keep this as
I don't
support?
think so. No, I don't think so. We're kind of like
I mean, you were ready to sell everything yesterday, so you change your mind again?
no. That's a medium to long term. I mean, that's a shorter to long term or medium term. Not right now. Pointless to sell right now. No, but
Man, you flip flop more than a fish out of water.
I didn't understand a word. Sorry.
I didn't understand what I said either, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
let me. Why the hell's my volume gone here? Anyways, so if I swap over, I actually have a Bitcoin chart, and so when you when I was looking at the charts this morning, when you go to the 1 hour chart, literally everything is consolidating. And Bitcoin, what I have here is the this is a 9-day moving average. This is what is used in the Ichimoku, so 9 days good. But you can see here we wicked up here today at about 6 a.m. So this is shown to be somewhat of a resistance, and so I would expect us to test this again. It's not big. It's only like 20,561. But if I throw on, where are you? So if I throw this on, so this is the Ichimoku. This is one of my favorite charting techniques to use. We're still in this cloud, but the good news is the cloud is green, and also the conversion and the baseline here, which is the 9 and the I believe the average. We want to see the blue line be above the red. That's not happening right now. But if we make it out of this cloud and we at least test this line right here, 21,300, we should be able to make support on top of it if this cloud remains green. And another thing that that is positive for me is looking at the stochastics, and this kind of tells you whether the crypto is oversold or overbought. Obviously, when something is oversold, you would expect it to move up to the upside. As you can see here, we don't spend too much time in the oversold territory. We spend a lot more time being overbought than we do being oversold. So we are at the lowest we've been in a while. So I would expect Bitcoin to move out of this cloud. I would expect something like to test this this trend line or this moving average here, 21,300. So I don't know if you're a leverage trader or if you're waiting to take some profit at a certain profit level, but I would be eyeing 21,300. I also have a few on-chain metrics I want to show with Bitcoin. First thing I want to show is the Bitcoin hash rate. We hit an all-time high. I believe it was an all-time high on September 11th, so about 3-4 days ago. And if I kind of zoom in here, you'll see kind of it's like looks like a uptrending little wedge we got going on here. So higher highs, higher lows. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Good for security. But if you go over to Bitcoin difficulty, we are at all-time highs. This thing just keeps going up. What I am afraid of is, and I'll zoom completely out so you can see, we are literally at all-time highs. Right here, all-time highs. So what worries me is if difficulty goes up, so it takes more hash power to mine a block, to get your block rewards as a miner, and the price is falling, and the government's tightening the economy, and so these mining companies don't have access to as much money, or it's going to cost them more money to borrow to be able to buy these new and more efficient ASIC units to plug in. Are they going to have to start unplugging? I don't know. I know we kind of talked about this before, but hey, man, difficulty all-time high, price is dipping. Is there a certain level that you would be kind of afraid, Robin, if Bitcoin falls down to, if the difficulty is still up there, hash power is still at all-time highs? Is there a level you'd kind of worry?
Well, you have a widening gap when it comes to profitability when it comes to mining here. So on one hand, for the security of the network, more hash rate is favorable because it's harder to attack the network or control the network. So with that said, that's one positive. But these Bitcoin mining companies, because that's what they are, publicly traded companies, several of them, not all of them publicly traded, obviously, but they are reliant on the bottom line and profitability. And if you're mining less Bitcoin because the hash rate is going up, but yet the price is significantly down, I mean, you don't need to be an economics major to understand that if you were mining Bitcoin at $40,000 per Bitcoin, and now you're mining Bitcoin at half of that price, and the hash rate is it takes more to mine it. profitability is down. And if profitability is down, these miners are going to be selling more frequently. You have to cover your overhead. Miners are taking out lots of loans to buy more ASICs, and that's just the name of the game. If you don't keep up with the hash rate and competition, the company next door is going to outdo you and essentially mine more Bitcoin. So kind of concerning. It can and has and will affect the price, but there is a lot of variables there. So it's just one piece of the puzzle. But for this piece, kind of concerning in my opinion.
I agree. And like I mentioned before, you're absolutely right. These miners go borrow money to buy more ASIC units. Well, borrowing is getting more expensive. Bitcoin price is dropping, cutting into your profits. So you're at a pivotal point here where you pay the extra interest. Do you pull money out and use your own money to buy? Because large institutions and businesses, they don't like using their own money to grow their business. They borrow money, they leverage themselves, and then they grow their company that way. So I don't know, something to keep an eye on. But like Robin mentioned, great for security, not as great for profit for the miners. And we all know they ain't mining because they love the network. They're mining because they make money.
And then a couple of people, I'm not sure if y'all been here before. If not, if you have, welcome back. But if not, we got B and B Rad. Hola! Welcome. Sin City Crypto.
EG, huh?
Might stand for bubble guts. Question. Here's a question for the chat. Who do you think would win an arm wrestling competition? Crypto Muscle?
Crypto Nick.
Crypto Neck?
Crypto Swole.
Or Crypto Swole?
Or Big Swole.
Yeah, Big Swole. Okay, or how about this?
All right.
Big Swole or Crypto Muscle? Who do you think is more jacked? Bro, like straight putting down the...
Maybe
You know, we can host an event here in Las Vegas. We have enough convention space.
Yeah? What if we did like a virtual arm wrestling? I don't know how that would work.
I don't either. I don't think it's even possible.
Maybe we get like a wooden dowel from Home Depot at a certain thickness, and they both see it, they can break it.
Yeah. Or we can just break it upside your head and call it a day.
in the metaverse with the Quest.
Oh, metaverse. Yes,
Just
right.
like
A metaverse arm wrestling competition.
Yeah.
Are you game?
All right. Here I want to show
100 viewers in the chat. Let's go. Open up the club. Hurry up.
this is Bitcoin net transfer volume to and from exchanges. You can see we saw this big green line here. This is yesterday. Over 18,000 Bitcoin. This is net, by the way. So this takes into account inflow and outflow. So this is the net flow. Difference of 18,000 hit the exchanges. What does it look like for Ethereum? It's even worse. Ethereum has seen net inflows of 235,000 on September 12th and another almost 300,000 Ethereum on yesterday. So now a lot of people look at these metrics and say, all right, well, the only reason you would move your coins from your wallet to an exchange is to sell it. But we know, okay, and George was talking about this on his live stream yesterday. By the way, if you're a part of our community, you were in there. Thank you guys so much. My goal is to just take our community into random random live streams and be like, yo, we are the best, which we are. So, whales manipulate markets. And so they understand that people pay attention to metrics like this. So could this be whales manipulating, trying to cause commotion, drama, fear in the markets by dumping or moving a lot of their cryptocurrencies on exchanges and knowing people will look at those numbers and say, hey, a big dump is coming, a big sell-off is coming, or is just naturally people are looking to sell if Bitcoin drops under a certain number? Robin?
Yeah, I agree.
That was a question, not a statement.
What's the question?
You think this is whale manipulation? Like they're just setting it there, knowing people pay attention and trying to stoke fear? Or do you think this is just natural people?
I just don't. I never really subscribed to whale wallet movement. I think it's a metric that can be twisted for your own personal narrative. And so you see companies that, one, they're trying to promote this upside of Bitcoin, this bullish narrative. They talk about the whale wallets. And if you're talking about the capitulation and selling, you talk about, wallets dispersing, the movement. Here's the thing. People are always moving stuff around. Whether or not it's just diversifying their own personal portfolio to mitigate risk and having everything stored on one wallet, I think that's just natural progression of price movement. As price goes up, you have 10 Bitcoin. In 5 years, it's probably worth a lot more than when you originally bought it. And it's probably smart for you to split those up into multiple wallets, right?
Yeah.
And I just think that's just the way it is. And I think also moving things onto an exchange for leverage trading, for, you know, moving in and out of different cryptos, I don't take it as a hey, we're putting it there because I'm going to dump all of my crypto and exit the space. I think if you are somebody that holds, say, 10 plus Bitcoin, if you're moving your Bitcoin to an exchange, I don't believe you're exiting and calling it quits and retiring and selling all of your crypto. I don't. Now, is there manipulation? Hell yeah. But is there manipulation at the same time? Is there people diversifying their portfolio holdings by moving it into multiple wallets and moving a crypto onto an exchange to change it into another crypto, which never leaves the ecosystem, and then probably moving it back to Bitcoin later on? Yes, I think that's more of a factor. And I think the two offset. And so for me, I think if you're trying to build this narrative of, hey, Bitcoin's going to the moon, look what the whale wallets are doing. Or hey, Bitcoin's about to crash, look what the whale wallets are doing. That's me. I don't take much out of it. So for me, I agree with the metrics. I hear what you're saying. There is some validity to it, but it's not some big thing for me.
Yeah.
Let's go. Real quick, man. We are at like a 50% like ratio here. Over 50 people in the chat, only 30 likes. What are y'all doing?
What the hell?
Hit that damn like button. We ain't gonna move this show up. This show ain't gonna move any further until we get at least 40 likes up in here. That's it. I'm taking a break.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink this Coca-Cola.
I brought you some tiramisu.
Tiramisu?
Yeah.
Hold
I
on.
hate tiramisu.
Did you actually bring tiramisu?
Yeah, of course.
Are you serious?
No.
Damn.
You say you, Dave, don't like tiramisu?
No.
What's going on?
What?
With you?
What's going on
never
with
had a
you?
good one. You probably had those things that comes in Doritos yogurt packages. You never had a good one.
I feel like
I'll make a good one.
I feel
for
like
you. I'm gonna make a good one for
David just eats nothing but ding dongs. Do you like ding dongs, David?
you. With Smarties.
Are you a fan of ding dongs and or the pink ones that look like slippers, the round puffs?
Adam, no, don't hit it twice. Hit it 3 times if you're going to hit it multiple times.
Okay, we got to 40. So congratulations. Then we can move on.
Move on.
All right. So what were you saying, David?
I wasn't saying anything. You were
About
making
the
fun of me.
tiramisu we was talking about.
That's eventually we will get back onto crypto. This is like one of those days where you're like in between, you know, the merge is coming up. You know, like when it's Christmas Eve and you're kind of delirious and you just like ate too much chocolate and you don't really know what to do with yourself and you can't really sleep. And that's where I'm at right now. CPI numbers are in. The merge is tomorrow. Well, technically within 24 hours. And
Why don't you go leave the show and go merge with your bed and go sleep?
I do kind of want to merge with my bed.
All right. Go ahead. Let's look at the rest of the crypto markets. Where are we at?
All right. So a couple things to take a look at. For one, Bitcoin testing that 20K support, but getting into the broader economy, Ethereum under $1,600. And what is going to happen? We want to speculate on price here today on Ethereum, especially with this big move. I think you can kind of throw TA out of the window here.
Whoa, man. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, you could throw TA out of the window because
throw
you
you
have
out the
this
window?
big catalyst coming on, this big merge, and so everything is extremely dependent on the success of this rollout. And you can use TA to forecast if everything is green, what is the price action going to look like, and if there are some roadblocks, if there are some issues, some hiccups, what is the downside of TA's telling us? So we'll take a look at those. And then also, let's take a look at the crypto bubbles here. We have Raven Coin up 17% and ETH Classic up 5%.
I'm so sick of seeing those
And
dumbass
you know,
coins, man.
a lot of this, if you're not already informed, you have the merge coming up, which you're unplugging all of the mining cards, all of the graphics cards, and they need to go somewhere. And if it's not on Craigslist or on what's all the other
OnlyFans. Only GPU fans.
only GPU fans with and we know how many fans these graphic cards have.
3.
At least 3. All right, now you have Celsius also up 18%.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. Mashinsky came out and he's got a new plan, everyone. We're going to talk about that. Yeah, it's great.
And taking a look at the markets, we were in the green earlier, and now
What the hell is Jay Leno
are
doing?
flipping. Was that Jay Leno's garage?
I thought he retired.
Yeah,
That dude's
he's
got
a
the
big car
crimson
collector,
chin.
man,
He
bro.
does a video about cars, and
That dude's got the crimson chin, bro. You remember the crimson chin from the cartoons?
You said he did. He still has it.
That's what I'm saying. He's got the crimson chin.
So if you also some big numbers came in. So the PPI, the
Producer
producer
index.
price index went down 1%. This lined up with expectations. So we were forecasted to fall 0.1%, and we nailed it right on the head. So the producer price index, a gauge of prices received at the wholesale level, fell 0.1%, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics on Wednesday. Excludes energy and trade services. PPI increased by 0.2%. Economists surveyed by the Dow Jones had been expecting headline PPI to decline. Right on target. On a year-to-year basis, a headline PPI is still at 8.7%. So, you know, we might be dropping 0.1%.
There's no way that number is right.
So we might be
There's
dropping
just no way that number is
0.1%,
right.
but we are still up over 8% on the cost of goods for a wholesaler.
How? Okay. How does this make sense? How is the PPI 8.1 but CPI is 8.3?
More profitability for corporations, right?
Like,
I mean,
what
essentially.
the hell, dude.
Until consumers stop buying and the producers have to lower prices to get rid of goods, you're going to have this, right? Because if people are buying products at a certain level and it's and it's higher than they would like to pay, if they stop purchasing the item, the producer is forced to lower prices to get rid of goods, right? And as one producer lowers prices, competition forces other producers to do the same. I found this here. I know we didn't put it in I just saw it last minute. This was via CNBC, so I just thought I'd give it a quick little discussion. We have GameStop adding NFT trading cards to its loyalty rewards program. And so, yeah, you have GameStop is adding NFT trading cards for the virtual game Gods Unchained as a perk of his loyalty program members. As the legacy retailer works to deepen its reach into the crypto-centered web.
Gods Unchained. That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, so, you know, I think this, for NFTs, I think the easiest integration into gaming and things of that nature is to do the card games. Card games are, I don't want to say wildly popular, but there is a pretty big sector when it comes to card gaming online, and NFTs probably make the most sense to disrupt that industry. So, and then yeah, that's all I got here on my end. So,
Well, guess what I got?
what you got?
Some TA. Yeah. So this is a little 1 hour ETH chart. So we are in a beautiful, beautiful bull flag. Nice move to the upside, followed by a downtrending channel. And what I'm looking at breaking out to is the $1,630 mark. Now, if you're a leverage trader or if you are a swing trader or you look to scalp profits, might not be a bad entry point. To get in 1587, cash out at 1630. Obviously, the more money, the more ETH you have, the more money you're going to make. So, but I'm not saying go leverage trade, but if you do, it's your money. Be careful, set your stop losses, and I would look at 1630 as a cash out point. Looks like this has been resistance twice here, almost 3 times, so I would expect it to be resistance again. You can set your stop loss a little bit under, right around like 16.20 maybe. Still a $40 profit per ETH.
So, I'm the guy. I'm the man who makes the thumbnails. And did you see the thumbnail today?
$1,200.
$1,200 Ethereum. Is your boy batshit crazy or
when though?
Or
what's your time frame? End of the day?
I'm thinking within a month. Within
a month?
30 days. Within
Come on,
4
bro,
weeks.
you can't.
I realistically think.
Say a week.
Here's
Okay, you're throwing that number out based on the merge, right?
I'm throwing it out based on the merge.
Okay, so
I think there's gonna be some issues integrating over. I don't think we're gonna have this epic collapse. And when that happens, the media is gonna run wild with it. I'm telling you, when that thing breaks, there's gonna be a meme of Vitalik wearing some weird outfit, and then you're gonna have just the price of Bitcoin just tanking, bro.
And instead of showing the
I'm just forecasting.
instead of showing the merge pointing up, it's going to show the merge pointing down.
Here. I'm being realistic. And I think we are in for what the Fed would call a hard landing.
I don't know, man. $1,200 a month out. I mean, that's.
And I think 1,200. I think
if you were to say a week,
sense,
I would be like, all right. A week, I would think no.
I think two weeks, something like that.
You think we're gonna get to 1,200 in a week?
In a week, if the rollout is bumpy right off the rip,
of course it's gonna be
possibly. But I think
some bumps, you guys.
Yeah, but I think it'll still pull back down to like 1,400, 1,300, bounce back, and then steam will leave.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's what if you are a die-hard crypto fan, this is what I love is. If the merge goes perfectly and you have ETH, great, your portfolio rises. If the merge has some hiccups, which we expect it to have, guys, nothing is perfect. Then and it dips to Jimmy said, if it dips to sub 1,000, guess what? If you understand Ethereum and you know it and you believe in it long term, guess what? You just buy more. Like that's just the beauty of it.
What do you think? But let's say something happened and it start to drop crazy. When you think, because you don't want to buy while it's go down like that.
Well, it depends on
what's the limit.
Here's the thing: they're over 12% of all the ETH is staked, so they can't touch it. Okay, you have the derivatives market with the staked ETH trading, sure, but also you got to remember people want these proof of work airdrops, so they're going to hold on to their stuff. Now, will they sell it immediately after they do? I don't know. David looks pausing in. Are we good on the internet?
Oh, we're good.
Okay.
You look to us for a second. You look.
Yeah. So I don't. Maybe, but I'll tell you what. If this thing goes down to 1,200, 1,000, sub 1,000, you're gonna have so many buyers hopping in. Think of it this way, guys. People in the world of enterprise, traditional finance and institutions, they are literally waiting. Okay, and if they understand that these businesses understand when you make big changes, stuff will go wrong, and depending on the level of how drastic those damn it, I lost my train of thought. How drastic those issues are. If they're like, hey, this is just a blip on the radar, we can buy up ETH right now at $1,000. We were planning on doing it anyways. We want to use the ecosystem. You're gonna get that kind of money flowing in. On top of that, all the ETH maxis, all the people that just believe in the blockchain. I don't see it going on making a new low because of the merge, which would be like $860. I don't see that happening. I think worst case, we go down to 1,100, 1,000 maybe. There's going to be so many buyers at that level. I mean, I'll be a buyer at 1,000. Robin, will you be a buyer at 1,000?
I already bought a bunch at 1,000.
I'm saying, would you be a buyer again at 1,000?
Hell yeah.
Rocco, would you be a buyer at 1,000?
Wait, it depends how fast it goes down, really, because that's what I'm.
Okay, it's not going to go from 1,600 to 1,000 in 30 minutes.
No, but if you go in a couple of days, what's going to happen? When you're going to pull the trigger right there?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I might not blow the whole load at 1,000. I might just DCA.
Whoa.
You know what I mean, bro?
Whoa.
I'll DCA down. That's why you use TA. You look at charts. How oversold is it? What are the candles looking like?
David, remember earlier when you said Bitcoin ain't going to go under 20,000 today? How you doing?
Wait, what?
Remember earlier? It was only like 2 minutes ago. I said, David, under 20,000, is it going to hold support? You're like, no, I don't think so. All right. So.
Yeah, everything's dumping. Look at ETH. ETH is breaking under its little flag here. Yeah, this is. I I wonder what happened. Is the Dixie going up? Let's look at the Dixie. Pull up the Dixie. Also, Rob, we have a new person in the chat.
Who we got in here?
Tom Willens.
Tom Willems. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And then we got Ding Dong Daddy back in here. And where are we at on the we were at 60 plus people in here, but
45 likes.
yeah. And then Crypto Fear and Greed Index. I went ahead and pulled this up as well.
Hold on, Rob. Okay, go ahead.
And so, before the CPI numbers came out, we were at 34. Yesterday, after CPI, we were at 27. So now that we are under this 20K, is this just a quick candle? Are we gonna flip and go right back over 20K? I don't think so, but in 5 hours, this will refresh. I'm curious to see if we're under 20K, what this will look like. Because we are not in the extreme fear, we're in the regular fear, and so
We'll be in extreme fear soon.
yeah.
So, if you're wondering, this is the chart for the Dixie, the dollar index. It's a 4-hour chart, so you can see we started the day in the red. If I hop over to the daily chart, we're still red, but you can see the body here moving up. That's not good. 4-hour, we're printing a green candle here. This candle ends in about 44 minutes. So,
Do you think we could have those on-air super dumps of crypto?
if we do, we're not filming an afternoon video. We're going until 12:30.
Yeah, because Bitcoin's at 19.8 now.
Yeah, so if I just go over to the 5-minute chart just to kind of see what's
We
happening
might
right
be
now.
in price discovery to the downside.
Yeah, this is here's what you want to look for. You want to look for wicks and bodies. So when you see big bodies, these are strong, momentous moves. Traders are not at all iffy. They're not inconsistent. They know we are selling, and looks like we're getting the same thing. When you see wicks, typically means there's a struggle between bulls and bears. You see a wick to the upside, wick to the downside. That's why spinning tops are considered if I throw my cloud on here, and this is some live tea.
We got Jimmy dropping another 5-piece on
Damn,
the
Jimmy.
crypto memberships.
My man.
Always supporting the
The
community.
official hype man. Yeah, guys, Bitcoin is straight dumping. It's at 19.6 now. If I hop
Here
over
comes
here,
the cascading liquidations.
yeah,
Right, this just in.
Thank you for the
Bitcoin
segue.
is dumping.
Robin, thank
Are
you for the
prepared?
segue. So if I go to liquidations currently, so this is over the last 24 hours. If I look at the last hour, we're at 26 million that's been liquidated in the last hour. I wish this had lower time frames, but it doesn't. About $11 million worth of Bitcoin. I think in about 30, 45 minutes, I think this number will be closer to 50 million. But we'll see. And obviously just moved up to 27 million. So I'm going to keep this open, and we will just check back on it as Bitcoin continues to drop. ETH is also dropping, guys. It broke below below this channel here that we expected it to break out of to the upside. So yeah,
Is $1,200 Ethereum on the table for today?
today, no.
Okay. Sure?
We'll see. We'll keep an eye on. Looks like we're kind of moving up a little
I
bit.
asked you
but-
earlier, is under 20K? You said no.
Yeah,
So,
you're under 20K. All right. That's all we got for the market watch for now. So what I like to do is talk about some of the biggest stories of the day. And coming in hot off the press at number 1, we have Alex Muskamsky. Celsius pitches a new business model. Robin, I want you to right now, before I continue, Robin,
what's that? DM Alex Mashinsky?
I want you to just clear your mind and just think about, just close your eyes. And as I'm reading this, if you were a Celsius customer or employee,
I still have a Celsius shirt at home.
what would you burn it? What would your immediate response be? Close your eyes and just
Okay.
take in the words I'm about to read.
I'm here.
It's a source from Being Crypto. The company under this new plan would turn into a custodian of crypto assets, and they would charge for transaction fees.
So you're saying they're going to change over to a custodial service?
Yes, custodial staking.
That's their strongest suit. They made so much money custodying other people's.
The new project name will be Kelvin, a play on Celsius, the whole Fahrenheit Celsius degree. They will store assets in a special wallet.
Ooh. Is it one that does not give back?
I don't know. And guys, we're laughing. We're not laughing at people who lost money. We're just laughing at how dumb this idea is, okay?
Okay.
And listen to this.
Can I gotta still keep my eyes closed?
You can open them.
Okay.
In referencing other previous Chapter 11 bankruptcies like Pepsi and Delta, Mashinsky said to his employees, when Pepsi filed bankruptcy, quote, does it make the Pepsi taste less good? When Delta filed bankruptcy, do you not fly Delta because they filed for bankruptcy?
You know, Pepsi didn't sell you Pepsi cans and products and then take them away from you. Right?
That's a good analogy. Yeah.
When I purchased this can of cola here, there is no risk of the parent company coming over here and taking it back. So,
dude, what a clown! What an absolute clown! This guy. I'm in one of the Reddit communities for Celsius. This dude's wife is literally trolling the millions of people who have their life savings locked on their account. She is literally trolling them with t-shirts, with tweets, with pictures. She had a shirt on that said, unbankrupt yourself. Bro, like, come on, man. The Mashinsky family, they're pieces of crap. Alex is at the head of it. Chrissy, what the hell are you doing? Just get off social media. Stop rubbing salt in people's wounds. You're a piece of crap. This whole company is just trash. If this does go through, essentially the judge would have to approve a move from essentially a banking service to a custodial service.
that's what we need. More custody from Celsius. I do want to give a big shout out to Ben Jerry. Hola!
Oh
Welcome.
my God. Ben and Jerry's is my absolute favorite. What's your favorite flavor of Ben and Jerry's?
I don't buy the grocery store ice cream.
Okay, Ben and Jerry's has shops like,
I don't
stores.
go to those shops.
I
go to local creameries.
You are so annoying, dude.
What do you want me to lie to you? I literally, I haven't
You've never had Ben and Jerry's ice cream?
No.
Okay, Rocco, have you ever had Ben and Jerry's ice cream?
Yes.
What's your favorite flavor?
Barbecue and Doritos.
Rocco, I swear to God, dude.
Stop banging the desk. Unless you're going to throw it out.
Let us know what your favorite is. Mine is the double fudge brownie.
Yeah, I like that one. That's
delicious.
Good. That's good.
Ben, welcome. He said, do these guys take questions? Absolutely. And we will answer any question as long as it's pertinent to crypto and finance. Since you're a new member, we will answer the next question you put up. So welcome to our Sin City Crypto fam. All right. So, guys, what are your thoughts? Do they have a chance?
It's idiotic, man.
Some people are saying this could work.
Here's the thing.
The idea, real quick, let me preface this because I read the entire thing. I read multiple articles on this. So they plan on moving to this format of a business, charging fees for holding people's assets. They're saying, even though we're the custodians, they're your assets. You don't give up your assets to us. We just custody them for you. I don't know legally how that works, but they're essentially saying, hey, the money we're going to make off these transactions, we're going to pay right back to the people that we owe money to. You buy it?
No. In their terms of service, it says in staking or whatever it is and using their rewards program, you don't own the tokens anymore. And you give up ownership and rights, and Celsius has the ability to do as they please with your own crypto that you believe is yours. And so do I believe they've fundamentally changed their philosophy and that they have seen the error of their ways? Here's the thing, man. If somebody steals from you, would you let them over your house to spend the night?
Hell no.
You know, a month later, would you look at your wife and be like, he did steal the Xbox when we were out of town, but he said he's sorry and he was gonna pay it back in 20% of what it's worth, and he wants to know if he can spend the night.
He wants to know if he can buy another one.
Yeah, it's like that logically makes no sense. And so logically, why would you go to a company that has a track record of custodying your crypto? They literally have a track record, and their track record is they stole your money. And now they're at like, hey, well, we're going to change our business model. We're going to custody your crypto. Stop it. I don't know what else. I have no other point of view or perspective on this outside of no. Like
That's pretty clear.
Like that's
Guys.
the only thing I got to say. There's just no.
Look,
And then if your wife pulls it up, well, it's my cousin. He's like, no, he stole from us. Like,
yeah.
I don't care who he is.
So Celsius is they're pieces of crap, and anything with the name Celsius or Mashinsky, zero. I want nothing to do with it. Now, if you let someone else take over and this new person comes in, totally transparent, hey, these funds are locked in here, we're going to get your money back, blah, blah, blah. But if Mashinsky is at the head of this, okay, I want nothing to do with it. Zero. And if you have money locked on Celsius, you might see this as, oh, they're trying to give our money back. They don't give a shit about your money. If they gave a shit about your money, you would not be here in the first place. A day before they pause withdrawals, they would not come out and say your funds are safe. And a week before, they wouldn't say turn on hodler mode and we'll give you more interest. They wouldn't inflate their token to make themselves more money. That would not have happened in the first place. Guys, Mashinsky is a scammer. Celsius, as it currently stands, is a trash company that will never come back. Okay? If you want your money back, your best hope is for someone with some damn integrity to come in there, figure out the shitstorm they got themselves in, and figure out a way to pay people back. That's what's got to happen. Not Kelvin, not Mashinsky, and definitely not his wife, who's up there on Twitter mocking people. All right, move on. Swift. I memorized what this thing stood for, but I forgot. They're essentially the communications rail for the world. They are going to leverage blockchain. This is sourced from Be In Crypto. They're partnering with the enterprise-focused blockchain Symbiont. Their main goal is to automate the workflow. This is a quote from the article. Their plan is to create a network effect that leverages their 11,000 plus institutions connected to Swift globally, which is no longer includes Russia. Robin, you've beat the drum about how this current system is so outdated at the Fed, at the Swift level. What are your thoughts on this? Is this going to work? Or is this, what are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I mean,
is this a long time coming? Like, should this have happened months ago?
Okay, in crypto world, cool, we'll do it all ourselves. There's no need for intermediaries, no need for banks, there's no need for government overreach. That's in our own little la-la land. Now, real world, the banks are still going to use the Swift system, and it's going to be 10, 20 years until we move away from it in its entirety, or for what it's known as now, right? Don't you kind of agree that's probably a realistic time window? And
guys.
So in the meantime, and you need to upgrade technology. And you have something that's extremely innovative, transparent, faster, auditable, and it makes sense from top to bottom to leverage blockchain technology when it comes to financial infrastructure, and especially moving financial value around during, from instead of what we have now.
So
yeah, I think it's expected. I think it's a natural evolution of moving money around. And also, in case you're wondering, what does SWIFT stand for? Society of Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications.
Thank you, Rocco. Rocco coming through clutch for us. Yeah, definitely. I had that memorized for a quick second, and then Celsius pissed me off, and I forgot.
And we're at 77 viewers. We are only 23 away from opening up the club.
We're 28 away. 105 is the number.
100.
105.
100 is
okay. We're not going to argue about
until it becomes easy to crack.
If you are new to our community, please say hello. We would love to personally welcome you. We know the most active, badass community in the crypto space
These are like a bunch of hornets.
These guys are all amazing. So make yourselves comfortable, introduce yourselves, and yeah, welcome. Okay. This is something that's going to take a while. I mean, you have nation states that have to get behind this and understand how to use it, how to gather information from it. But Symbiont is something the blockchain I've never even heard of, to be completely honest with you. But I'm definitely going to do a little bit of research on it. And then once I find out some more, I'll definitely bring you guys, keep you up to date. I'm sure this is not the last article, last piece of news that comes from this whole swift move into blockchain. So as it progresses, as it hits milestones, we'll continue to bring it. Does this show cover only mainstream crypto, or is there any degen stuff in there as well? Not my best question.
Kinda yes and no. Okay, when it comes to smaller projects, we will cover them when the risk is not as heavy. And so right now, we are in the middle of a bear market. There's a lot of uncertainty on where price will go, on what projects will survive the bear market. And in doing so, there is tons of value within the top 100 projects. And I personally, and I think David probably mirrors my sentiment, don't find a lot of value right now as far as risk versus reward in projects outside of the top 100. There isn't enough retail interest in growing those projects right now. Money's not pouring into small projects. It's probably hard to raise money if you are a tiny project without a name right now.
Also, here's the thing too. There are so many good prices in top 100 projects. Yeah. Why complicate it and try to hit a lottery ticket?
Yeah. The thing is prices are down across the board. So in your top projects, your top 100, there's so many amazing projects. The biggest gainers in the last bull market of 2020 to 2022.
Yep.
A lot of those gainers, or a lot of those projects that we talked about, like, man, I wish I would have got into, were projects that were in the lower half of the top 100 in the previous cycle. And, there were some that launched, like Solana and a handful of other ones that launched in 2020. So I'm not to say that those are irrelevant, but yeah, I mean, I think when you start gearing up for the bull market, I think that's the time to look into your smaller projects. But right now, definitely the smaller ones, not on my radar. So.
Me neither. I do have a couple lottery
but
ones.
I will. Once the sentiment returns, I'm gonna be looking to position myself to ride the next rocket ship to the moon and identify the projects that are positioned
on our favorite rocket ship.
Just straight rally, man. The next Step In, the next Phantom, the next Terra Luna before it crashed. I'm just saying.
Bad analogy.
No,
next Terra Luna.
I mean, Terra Luna came out of nowhere.
Degens, bro.
I'm just saying that there was a lot of people made money there, and a lot of people lost money too. So,
all right, let's move to the merge. I did some research. We're all about our community here. We want to keep you guys in the know. We want to keep you safe. When someone mentioned Voyager, before Voyager went down, we were harping on being careful. I believe we have a member in our community that was able to get all their money off of Voyager about 2-3 days before they crashed. I know I got one of my Sheldon's like a brother to me. He got some of his money off, and that just all goes down to, and I'm not trying to toot the horn here of Sin City Crypto, but we will always look out for our community. And so this is one thing I decided to put together. So these are some of the top scams that are surrounding the merge. This is sourced from the Motley Fool, also Cointelegraph. So you'll get emails that will ask you to log in to activate your new ETH2 tokens or unlock your staked ETH. We know you cannot unlock staked ETH until the Shanghai upgrade goes, so that's BS. And there's no new tokens. There's no ETH2. It just becomes the new ETH POS token. You'll also get stuff called replay attacks. These replicate transaction IDs for sold forked ETH on the actual ETH mainnet. Scammers would then create an identical transaction to steal your real Ethereum. That's why we talk about when you get airdropped. I know Strictly Sports was in here talking about hurry up and drop me my proof of work. Just be careful, man. If you are gonna sell those or react with those airdrops right away, make sure there's no other real assets on that wallet that you are interacting with. Also, there's going to be tons of fraudulent staking pools. Hey, stake ETH merges live. The new proof of stake pools, 15% interest. Do not fall for those. I wouldn't even enter any stake pools if you're not already in one for at least 2 weeks, and that's just to be safe. Now, how to stay safe? Don't borrow or lend out any of your Ethereum. You have platforms like Aave that have halted ETH borrowing. So don't do that. Also, there's rumors, and not rumors, but this is happening. Verified Twitter accounts are being bought and they're impersonating Vitalik. So you'll see Vitalik Buterin with that blue check mark right next to it. Do not fall for that. These are accounts that are verified that have been bought. The only Vitalik Twitter is literally at Vitalik Buterin. No spaces, no numbers, no weird spellings, all right? Do not interact with any airdrops right away. I kind of already covered this. And please, don't click any links, emails, DMs. Don't give out any passwords or log into any new platforms. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. If you're not 110% sure, be on the safe side. Either go on social media. There's a ton of good people out there that are doing the work, or ask friends, or just wait. Just wait. There's going to be so many scams and people trying to take advantage out there. I will refuse to let one of our community members be one of those people. And if I can just maybe save a few people, some of you might do something regardless of what we say. But yeah. So Robin, I know it's pretty straightforward, but anything else you would like to add, or you feel is kind of not in this whole thing of be careful, or anything you'd recommend?
Yeah, I think you kind of nailed it there. Yeah, with this big merge, with something this grand, a lot of things are going to change, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity for scam artists to come up with new ways of cheating people, because the system is becoming more complex, and not to mention the merge itself is pretty complex, and the old fork is complex. And so I'm sure there's going to be innovative ways that nobody can predict. And so I would just not touch this ecosystem right now. I mean, as you mentioned, why even stake at this point? Right?
Yeah.
Like the risk versus reward, like the amount of staking returns that you would get right now versus staking in 3 weeks is negligible. And so just wait it out, man. Let's see how this thing plays out. And then come October, if everything is green light, then yeah, maybe it's time. You know, if you're interested in staking, maybe that's probably a better time to get into it. So
let the dust settle. Don't get greedy. But obviously it's your money. Proceed with caution at your own risk. All right, Robin, this next piece of news is for you, my friend. Even though when you make coffee, you don't even ask me if I want coffee, even though I do. And I think about you when I pull up news. And so here you go. Final Fantasy eyes the blockchain. This is sourced from Cointelegraph. Square Enix, which is the company behind Final Fantasy, signed on as a node validator for blockchain gaming, or gaming blockchain Oasis. I had never heard of this. I know obviously Oasis Protocol, but they're not in blockchain gaming. The duo, which is Oasis and Square Enix, will team up to develop new games on the blockchain. And Oasis has previously secured Ubisoft, Sega, and Namco. Robin, you are obviously more delved into the gaming sector than I am. Is this big news? Now, I know Final Fantasy, this is not saying Final Fantasy is going to be on the blockchain, but the company behind it, they're going to create games. Is there a chance that we'll see a Final Fantasy blockchain version?
I think so. One thing we were talking about earlier, that with the card games, Final Fantasy 8 or 9, I forget which one it is, had a wildly popular card game in that one that the community still gets behind and plays. So that could be a really easy way of integrating NFTs and blockchain into this particular franchise. And it's interesting. I've heard about Final Fantasy getting into, or Square getting into crypto and blockchain on multiple occasions. And
It sounds like the community is not with it.
so, but yeah, they're not. But compared to the other AAA franchises that are making games in the consoles and in the PC realm, these wildly successful game franchises that have cult-like followings out of the big groups, out of the Call of Duties and the Fortnites and the World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy is up there playing ball with those same individuals. They're in the same league, and they seem to be a little bit more forward thinking into crypto. The community pushes back against this. The gamers, I don't really blame them. I come from a gaming world, and there is no shortage of money grabs and exploits when it comes to corporations and their users. I remember playing Halo, and instead of upgrading the game and making it a little bit more fun to play down the line, they would create some new maps for you to enjoy, because the same 10 maps you play over and over again get tiring and old, and then you look forward to some new maps. And you know what they would do? They would release what's called a map pack, where you'd have to pay $20 to play some new levels. And I'm like, yo, I buy your damn game every freaking year. I buy all kinds of extra crap in your game, and you decide to make some new maps, and I can't play it unless I pay you.
Let me ask you a question, Rob.
And so they have a tarnished history when it comes to squeezing every drop they can out of the consumer. And look no further
It's
than
like
when
those college textbooks, right? They change one chapter and they got to buy a new one every year.
Yeah. And then on top of this, you go to reserve the game and you have the base version for $59.99. And then they're like, oh, we got the premium version for $99.99. And all it comes with is an extra gun or something stupid. And the value there does not match what you get for that money. Like that extra $40 or that extra $100 or whatever they're charging doesn't match. The two don't line up. And there is just
Why is the
greed. And I don't blame gamers, because they see this NFT thing, they look at it and they're like, well, they're just essentially JPEGs. I'm not talking about like in our realm and how we evaluate NFTs. NFTs are wildly
misunderstood?
Misunderstood, yes. But in the gamer's vision, somebody that isn't physically invested into crypto, they play games. They're like, why the hell do we need this company jamming these NFTs down my throat? What are they supposed to do? And they're not backing it up with any value. They're not explaining to their community how it will make the gaming experience better, other than increasing the profitability in the bottom line. And so it's going to take somebody to step out on a ledge, Square, a big company, to show everybody how it's done. So Square, if you're listening, do it the right way, because if you don't, you're going to set the whole damn industry back, man. And
So you think it's just a lack of understanding? And
it is a lack of understanding, but for due reason. And it is a valid concern when it comes to the gaming community and the exploits that comes from corporations. It's trying to squeeze every penny they can out of their users. And I don't blame them, man. I don't blame the users for being hesitant to adopting NFTs into these blue chip programs. I, on the other hand, am familiar with the potential upside that you could get from crypto and integration into these franchises. And I'm excited to see that evolve into what it will become. And it's going to take a big studio, a big developer to do it the right way. And maybe they just do it the wrong way and they set it back, and we get it 3 years from now or something.
I'm not a big gamer, but there's two games that I finished. It was Assassin's Creed Valhalla and God of War. Those are good games. But anyway, so I decided to do a little digging on this Oasis blockchain.
And also IV Tech for fun. Hola! Welcome, Sin City Crypto.
Like VTech. Anyways, so this is Oasis with a Y. Oasis.games is their website. It talks about their architecture, and this is kind of their hub breaks down. So they are EVM compatible. They're also on Astar, which I believe Astar is a parachain of Polkadot, and it looks like they're interoperable, which is good. And here are some of the big names they have behind them. Yield Guild. I think that's a pretty big one, right? Yield Guild?
Never heard of him.
Really? Okay. Ubisoft, Sega, obviously. So yeah, this is their website, guys. Feel free to check them out. So here's some of the founders. The co-founder is he was a co-founder of Yield Games. This gentleman was the president of Namco, which I know Namco is pretty big.
Yeah.
And these guys all come from gaming. And so here's what's interesting to me. You know, take just gaming out of it. Look at these people. Co-founder of Yield Games, president of Namco, co-founder of Thirdverse, co-chief operator at Sega. These guys are all coming to blockchain. They're all coming to blockchain. How does that not make you excited? I'm not a gamer, and this thing makes me super excited. We are literally, our industry is pulling top talent from traditional markets, from traditional businesses, and they're coming into our world. This is as exciting as it gets, guys. And that is why when your portfolio is down, follow the money. Where's intelligence going? Where are people focusing their studies on? You have more and more people that are graduating from these higher end colleges and institutions that are coming into the blockchain world, that are launching their own projects. They're like, this is what you want to keep your eye on. If you are not sold on blockchain and crypto yet, this right here should be part of the reason why you're sold on it. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. You feel me?
For sure.
All right.
You know, to stay on the video game thing, let's see if we can't get somebody from Konami. You ever heard of Konami?
Konami, yeah. They're a Japanese company. They made those arcade games, right? Not Street Fighter. Tekken? Was that Tekken?
They might have made Tekken. They make... They're behind a bunch of games. I'm looking them up right now, but they are actually a Las Vegas-based company here, or at least their America, or at least their American branch is based here out of Las Vegas. You know, they actually developed the software for the reason they're based here in Vegas is not because of video games. It's because they are one of the biggest developers of the slot machines. And so the video game developers, there are a couple of them that develop the graphics and video games and style or video game look and feel that you get for these slot machines. Because when you come to Vegas, you look at the slot machines, they look pretty similar to something that would be created at least on an iPhone, right? You know, for gaming. Some of them are pretty cartoony with animation. So obviously, someone that has a background in building video games would succeed in this industry.
Slot NFTs.
Yeah. So let's you know, I'm just kind of thinking about the Konami being here and down the street because I drive by it every day coming in here. So
they're in Las Vegas. Yeah, we'll definitely reach out to these guys. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Good idea, Robin.
And they're also they you know, interesting thing is they also power the Yu-Gi-Oh card games. And you never heard of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I've heard of it. I have no idea what the hell it is.
It's probably the most popular card game, I would say, behind Magic and Pokemon.
Say, bro.
Easily number 3.
Okay. I'll take your word for it because I have no idea. All right, let's move on to some interesting news here. So this is the Global Crypto Adoption Index. This is Chainalysis put this report out. And on the left, you have overall index ranking of crypto adoption. And I want you to take a look at number 10. Number 10 is China. This is the country that outlawed and banned Bitcoin, outlawed and banned crypto. They banned mining. They launched their digital yuan, and guess what? They're still in the top 10 for crypto adoption. That is bullish, guys. An entire country tries to ban cryptocurrency, yet people still find a way to use it. People still find a way to go around it and be part of the crypto ecosystem. This is great. Coming in at number 1, you have Vietnam. And then just down the line, Philippines, Ukraine, India. A lot of people are saying India is kind of the new tech hub, is becoming one of the new tech hubs. US coming in at number 5. Followed by Pakistan, Brazil, Thailand, Russia, and then finally top 10 China. And on the right here, we have a graph of the global index score by quarter. Our line looks a little familiar, doesn't it? It's the two peaks we had, except the second one should be larger than the first one. But you can see we've kind of flattened out over the last 2 quarters. So even though prices have been extremely dropping, we are not dropping in adoption by this metric here that's shown. Rob, what I mentioned with China, cracking the top 10 in the world when their government has essentially banned cryptocurrency. What are your thoughts on that?
Which country you say?
China.
China.
Look at this. Look at this. Number 10 for a country that banned everything relating to crypto, essentially.
The thing is, you got a lot of people that still hold Bitcoin, and I think for Chinese law, it's okay to have crypto. You just can't buy and sell it. So basically, almost like a grandfather rule. And so if you have crypto, you're cool. You're not gonna like go to jail for owning Bitcoin. But
okay, what about China coming back into the top 10 with mining, with hash rate on Bitcoin?
you can't stop an internet protocol. Now, China's internet has been kind of firewalled to not let
there's
civilians
ways
out. Yeah, there's ways. There's ways. And you know what? If you
leave it to the DJ.
If you spent the last 5 years, for example, making your living off of Bitcoin, and then they say, don't do that. And we all know there's going to be a big chunk of those people that are like, all right, well, I'll just VPN and circumvent this. Now, does the Chinese government really care to have this full-scale crackdown? I mean, we've seen it with other hot button issues. Like you could take marijuana as one, where you had this grace period where, marijuana was technically illegal, but the law enforcement chose not to go after it. And you can see the same thing happening with crypto. You can have something that's illegal, but perhaps the enforcement agencies don't care to go after that. And if that's the situation in China, which I think actually kind of is, I don't think that the Chinese government is trying to expend a lot of its resources in going after people that own crypto. And so people are still going to stay plugged into the network. I think they're just trying to prevent a mainstream adoption that unplugs a ton of their users from the banking system. I think that's what they're trying to delay. And I think that's why they have that move.
So is there anyone on here that kind of surprised you? Vietnam, Philippines, Ukraine, India, Pakistan, Brazil, Thailand, Russia. Obviously, Russia doesn't surprise. Does Ukraine doesn't surprise? Obviously,
well,
with what's going on.
You have countries that don't have the traditional outside of the United States. Outside of the United States, well, first of all, there's no European country,
right?
Here.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
So no European countries. And then on top of that, most of these are countries that have had financial instabilities, either with currency or politics.
Or inflation.
And so I feel like the United States people have more disposable income and are more eager to invest versus other countries. So I think that's why the United States is up where it is. But I think people in Vietnam and Philippines are not just taking some extra money they earned and just throwing it into crypto. I think people in Vietnam and Philippines are using it because it's a better,
because they lack
they lack a better option. They lack banking, or it's just fundamentally cheaper. We have a pretty strong Filipino community here in the United States, and I've heard from multiple people that it's cheaper and faster and easier to use Bitcoin than to go with like the traditional wire transfer.
Right. I was just going to make that point is, you talk about all the time how, when your wife was sending money over to Russia.
Well, I know, like, for example, it's cheaper to send money from the U.S. to Mexico, as an example. But when you go from the U.S. to the Philippines, it's a lot more expensive.
You got to remember, a lot of, where this country is so diverse. We bring in immigrants from a lot of different places. And a lot of these people, they come here, they get a shot to live in the U.S. and they make money they would take them years to make in their home countries. And I'm not saying that in a negative way; it's just a fact. And so a lot of them will send money back to their family to help support them. And so paying all this money in wire transfer fees and this fee, wait 5 days for it to clear. Wait, what? Yeah, you look at that. Waiting for all that to clear, so inefficient, so costly. And so people are pivoting to cryptocurrency, to the blockchain, and not surprising at all.
And we got a new guy in the chat, João.
Is that how you, it sounds Brazilian, right?
Welcome.
Welcome? What the hell was that?
You don't like it?
No.
Hola! And then MDOPPO, Bitcoin
He's been here
10K. You
before.
guys are tripping, man.
Thank you.
Bitcoin ain't at no 17K. What y'all talking about?
It's still in the same zone.
What you talking about, Willis? Yeah, 19.9. Look, I want to take a look at before we sign off. Let's take a look at these liquidations. Yeah, this thing almost doubled. This thing almost doubled over the last, what do we say, 30 minutes? So it was at about 22 million. Now we're sitting at 45 million over the last hour, over the last 4 hours, 53 million in liquidations. And it looks like it's about over the last, here, let's just go over the last hour.
My boy João, he says it's Portuguese. I know. I have many cousins named João.
Yeah. Looks like
Eu sou português.
Português,
Não sou do Brasil. Português.
Looks like about 86% of the liquidations are from the longs. Not surprising. So here are some of the biggest tokens. ETH Classic's being liquidated, man. You still think ETH Classic is going to $60?
I'm telling you, man, I'm a big ETH Classic bull here. I think
This is why in the beginning of the show I said nothing we say should be taken as financial advice, especially Robin. Don't buy ETH Classic.
Well, taking a look at ETH Classic, see here, we have Ethereum is up 4% for the last 24 hours.
ETH
up
Classic?
3%. Yep, ETH Classic up 4% in the last 24 hours. Up 4% or up 5% in the last 24 hours. 4% for the week. Outperforming everything in the top 20. Right?
Not Celsius.
No, I'm just saying top 20.
The top 20.
The
Sure.
top 20 projects.
Sure, Robin.
I'm
Wait.
What did I'm not saying.
Wait.
I'm not
Just
saying
close
that,
the walls in.
Well, can you not dispute that I was pumping up Ethereum Classic as a good entry point going into the merge a couple of days before, and in the top 20, it is the only project in the green more than 1%. The only thing that's even close would be Cardano at 1.44.
Yeah. Anyways,
So I mean, sometimes your boy is absolutely correct. That's right.
where do you think all the hash rate goes? I'm assuming you're talking about ETH.
I would be very. That is extremely speculative on my part. I do see there's no disputing. There's going to be millions of graphics cards that are going to unplug, that are looking to go to another network, that are going to be earning mining rewards in said currency, and then they can either hold it, transact with it, sell it, stake it, and we all know where community goes, where volume goes, price generally goes up. And so, well, that's what I got, man.
Yeah, the thing is also with the Ethereum Classic, the farm, they're going to switch to that because it's easy for them. But then also for the retail, for the smaller, they just have a few graphic cards. It's going to be a dump afterwards. So I don't think they'll be able to sustain it.
Yeah,
Rocco's saying don't buy ETH Classic.
It's not
No,
sustainable.
it's a good move for a while, but then they need to get out.
Yeah.
But not for
I
mining,
think,
not for retail.
like when I was talking about ETH Classic, I was talking about a 3-week window. Get in and just go with that for short-term trades.
With that being said, damn, I made it in there. We are done for today. Guys, make sure you go join our community ran Discord. Fun times. We have a lounge where we talk gibberish. We also have a crypto channel where we talk crypto. Make sure you join us. Also, to all the new people, welcome to our crypto community. the best out there. Make yourselves comfortable and come back and join us. We go live weekdays at 10:30 a.m. Also, you want some crypto and or Sin City crypto merchandise? Check out our merch store, powered by none other than the Don himself, Rocco Bottacelli. He consistently adds new things on there. Also, check out all our social media. Follow us on Twitter at Sin City Crypto 1. With that being said, Rocco, roll the outro. Friends, family, friends, and family, family of friends. We appreciate you and we love you and we thank you for spending another day with us here at Sin City Crypto Live. On behalf of myself, Robin, and the Don, we love you guys. We will see you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be in the Discord tonight, talk about the merge. We'll see you then. Until then, peace.
See you guys.